What came first, the 6 or the 7? Today we're playing Minecraft again. Also, that intro really sucked. It sounded funnier in my head. Um, is it even gonna show up? There we go. Sorry about that. um, I saw a comment. What was it? On a video where, oh, what the hell? Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh, I thought it fell for a second. Hold on. Give me a second. Actually, give me 1 second. I apologize for that. Pretty bad start already. Holy moly! I hope that that's not what's the word, indicative of the recording. But anyways, I saw a comment of a woman just saying those two numbers, 6, 7, in order, and somebody commented saying, "When I heard 6, 7, I flinched like an abused child." I thought it was funny. Obviously, a situation like that, like a real life situation like that, it's not funny. But that comment was funny to me. I thought I should mention it. So I did say yesterday that I was gonna try to build a house today. I'm sorry that I rewatched the video from yesterday and I realized, holy moly, I was just walking around. And mainly it's because I was trying to find a village. I don't know. I don't. Whenever I play Minecraft, I don't like being alone. You know, it's a really weird feeling. Just kind of play. Like, that's kind of why I said, I don't know if it was in the first episode, that I like playing with friends because I don't feel alone. Like, it's weird because just the thought of having an infinite world, but there's nothing around is scary, right? So it's kind of like, yeah. But I'm not gonna waste you guys' time trying to find a village. I'm gonna actually build a house now. Say hi to Kitty again. I think Kitty has realized anytime that I stream or make a video that she can be here. Cause typically I don't like, cause since I also eat here. I don't really like to like let her stay up here. But since I'm just streaming, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, yeah, you can stay here. I don't mind. So she's like, yeah, I like that. And the problem is that she goes straight into, you're gonna die. She goes straight into like trying to bite my microphone. You're gonna die too. But yeah, so we're gonna find a better place than this, and in this episode, we're gonna try to build a house. Now, like I said before, I'm not great at Minecraft. I'm not bad either. Where's my bed at? Did I leave my bed somewhere? Okay, that's weird. I'm not great either at this game, but I've played it long enough to know how it works. You know, obviously there's like new stuff since like the last 3 to 4 years that they've been updating this game. Probably a bit longer actually. It has been a while. I don't know every little thing. So for me, like when I played Minecraft again after like what was it, like 4 years, 5 years, like I was like, whoa, what is this? Why is there boo boo? Where's this poo poo on the ground? Turns out it was leaves, but I mean, doesn't really look like it if I'm being honest. Looks like poo. But yeah, I mean, my greatest accomplishment was beating the Ender Dragon on creative. So, and even then I kind of struggled. Nah, that's not true. I have beaten him. Or her, sorry. I have beaten her. I have her? I think it's a her. Yeah, because it drops an egg, so it's definitely a woman, I think. I don't know. I don't want to assume the gender of the dragon. It sounds like I'm being ironic about that, but I generally don't know. What was I gonna say again? Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I have beating her in survival after grabbing stuff from creative, but either way, I have never really beaten the game legitimately, cause I don't know, just never did. Not that I can remember, at least. The best thing well, not the best thing. What I've tried to do before was build the the end port, not end portal, sorry, the nether portal. Yes, the nether portal. With using a lava source like that one YouTuber did, like the one that was cheating and stuff, I guess, like on speedrunning, whatever. Um, why am I struggling to remember his name? The anxiety meds guy, the normal pills. Uh, anyways, yeah, I tried it and I failed. And on that note, I'm a failure. I am a failure. Now, of course, I don't like. Of course, with the other things that I will say in this channel, and I've said in previous videos, I don't want pity. Um, over the things that I say, because it's more about recognizing that I am a certain kind of way, and it's kind of my fault. Now, what does failure mean? It means that you try something in life and it doesn't go according to plan, right? Now, failure can come in different ways, right? Like, say you put your money to a coin and thinking that you were actually going to get something out of that, and then once they rug pulled, they just, you lost all your money and now you're in debt. So in order to try to make that money back, you go to the casinos to try to gamble it all, but because the house always wins, you're now in even more debt. And then the debt collectors, they kidnap you, and then you wake up in a random hotel, in an ice bath, and some stitching in your abdomen area or whatever. I'm sure we could all relate to that. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, sometimes there's things that you try, and maybe you failed because it just wasn't, you just weren't lucky, or maybe you just didn't try hard enough. Like, whatever the case might be, and the failure comes in many different ways. Obviously, for me, I've had two different kinds of failures. I would say, like, the main one, at least financially, would be going to college. Well, I did kind of like college, and mostly just the experience there, because I've learned a lot. I'm trying to find a good place to build a house, so bear with me for a second, okay? I didn't have enough money to go back. I didn't have a scholarship, and that's on me as well, because I didn't care about that when I was in high school, my senior year. Instead of looking for scholarships, I was just, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but yeah. So then I didn't have a scholarship, so then I had to pay everything out of pocket, or using like financial aid. But obviously that can only go so far. I couldn't afford, the things that I needed, and because of that, I couldn't go back to college. So I pretty much left the college with debt and no degree. So, oh well, I guess it is what it is. So that is a failure of mine. That definitely is a failure, that I have to pay for. Mainly because, what if again, I don't want to look at the what ifs again. We already talked about that in the previous video. But I should have gotten a scholarship. Again, I didn't. Oh well, I fucked up. I'm out of college now. I fucked up. Whatever. There's no good places for a house. Holy moly. Oh, iron. I want to find a good place for a house. I want to build a house in a good place, like kind of like flat area. I don't like a lot of trees. It's a bit scary. Like, I've seen too much Wendigo videos and shit like that, skinwalkers and all that. I'm not trying to have a fox just stand on its legs and say Machakra 6767 gig bar. That'd be quite scary. I know, like, I did say I was gonna build a house, but there's just nothing. There is nothing. I want to find a flat area. But yeah, I didn't do well with college, but my failures and the things that really gave me a lot of insecurities is just that I always wanted a lot of things, and I it's like I always failed, but I failed because of me. Like I said, some people will fail because they tried, but just they weren't lucky enough, or wasn't the right time. Like, whatever the case might be, there's stories of people that you look back on, you're like, oh, these people were great, but at the time they were considered a failure. Like, that happens sometimes because they just weren't in the right place at the right time. Sometimes that's all you need, and some people are just, I guess, too early. Um, but for me, I attribute all of my I attribute all of my failures to myself. Like, I am to blame for my own failures, and that is because oh, no, because I haven't locked in. And again, I think I already explained that before, that locking in would be to do something every single day, enjoy the journey. Like today, I feel like I'm fumbling this video. I feel like I'm not getting to the point faster. I'm not explaining myself properly. I'm sorry. That's going to happen a lot. I'm still new to this type of content, and, making these style of videos. Like I said, I tend to ramble on. I have already been here. I was already here. Oh well. I was already here. Oh well. Like I remember the little section. Isn't that where I spawned? Oh well. Where am I going? Where am I going here? I'm sorry, Chad. I really want to find a place to build my house. I just don't want to be surrounded by trees. There's something about it. I feel claustrophobic, and I spawned here. I went back to my fucking spawn point. Holy moly. I'm so stupid. Sorry about that. Just gonna. I think I'm gonna start building a house the next episode. It's already 12 minutes in. I apologize. I am cuckoo brain right now. But yeah. So, topic of the video. Shit, I'm already failing this video. How about that, huh? A bit ironic if you think about it. But anyways, I wanted to do YouTube before music. This like when I was younger. So me being trash at YouTube is no surprise. I was a kid making videos, but I failed at that. Then I tried to be an SFM animator, FNAF, Bandy and the Ink Machine type of thing. I'm so glad I failed at that, because I would have been a whole different person now. So I failed at that. And my cat dropped my lamp. We'll just keep it there. Well, it's still there. Just, yeah. But I failed at that. And then I did music, and that scared the shit out of me. And then I also failed at that. And I don't know, I guess because I work on delusion. I still have this delusion that I feel like I can still not just make it in life. Whoa, what is that over there? Is that a village? Yes! This is exactly what I was looking for. This is exactly what I wanted. Yes! I found a village. Oh my god, I feel so happy. I feel, you guys have no idea. Like I really did not want to build a house, without any company. Please tell me it's not abandoned. What? Oh yeah, I forgot. They can't be tiny. For a minute, I forgot that villagers could be tiny. That's crazy. It was good, bro. Damn, bro, that's expensive. Ooh, a bath. Nice. So I failed in a lot of aspects. Not just in this video, because I'm just not getting to the point quickly, but also just in general. And what I mean by that is that every time, bro, get out of my bed. That's my bed. I put that there. What the hell? Are they jumping on the bed? That's cool. I don't know if they could jump on the bed. Are they programmed to do that, or is this like a phenomenon right here? Is this gonna be like top 10 rarest things to happen in Minecraft? Number 7. Number 6, 7. I'm so sorry. We're 15 minutes into the video, and I have not provided to you the topic of the video. So allow me to really explain. I've often struggled with my past and my failures. And again, I know I talked about the past in my previous video already, but I failed in music. I failed in pretty much any venture that I've tried. That I almost expect, like I expect this to fail as well, and that's not good. That's not good for a particular reason. It's because you have to believe in yourself to make it. No one's gonna do it for you, right? Like you have to believe in yourself that you can make it. And it takes me back to this quote that I heard a long time ago, and I don't even know if he's the originator of this quote. I just heard it from him. It's from a specific artist that a lot of people don't like right now, and for good reasons also. Like it's sad. It's pretty sad that he's tainted his music with the things that he says and does. Like it really does suck because as a musician myself, I'm not professional either. Like I'm with like D tier at best, you know. But as someone that loves music, it sucks that that's what he's turned into. I guess it's only one artist you can really think about that most people would know that has done that. But he said a quote that no matter what I agree with, and he said that there's two kinds of people. There's people that believe they can't do it, and there's people that believe that they can do it, and they're both right. And it's just about your mentality. You know, one of the things that I said is that I can't lock in, but I want to think of it more as I won't lock in. And it's more of me taking accountability. Saying that you can't implies that you have the inability to do so for whatever reason. Right? Like maybe like something like you know what I mean? Like depending on what that can't is. But like I said, I'm blessed with the time that I have. My parents are not forcing me to do something I don't want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Or they're not like, hey, do this, do that. Like, they're not doing that. So I have time. You know, I have more time than I thought I would have. And I have to use that time. You know, so I can lock in. But I feel like I'm refusing to lock in. Now, of course, I want to say that I have been locking in recently because of these videos. You know, me waking up early, which, by the way, right now, what time is it? It's 8:41 in the morning. I woke up at 7 in the morning. The last 3 days, since I started making these videos, I've been waking up at 7 in the morning, which is something that I have not been doing. I usually wake up like at 11 a.m., 12 a.m. You know, it was pretty bad. You know, I have been doing pretty good. You know, this is the earliest I record a video, but that's because I have a long day today. I have some things to do. You know, I am getting better. Whenever I make these videos, they may sound kind of depressive in nature. But I think the whole point is to log all of my mistakes and the things that I regret, like my failures, which I can never take back because once it's done, it's done. Talked about that in the previous video. But I want to be able to say, okay, you know what? At the very least, I try to move forward. And I want to have that mindset that I can do it. I can, whatever I put my mind into, whatever you put your mind into, you can do it. You know, you just have to want it, and your work ethic has to show that you want it. You can't just say, hey, I want this. I want to do this. And you just don't put in the work. You have to put in the work, you know, for you to say that you really want something. I'm really sorry that it took me a while to get to the topic, but I was trying to find a place to, you know, stay. You know, oh, I wish I had a fish. Oh well. I wanted to tame the cat, but I already have a cat here. I was trying to buy my microphone. I failed in so many things, and like I said, there's so many ventures that I've tried, so many things that I wish that I could have done, you know, differently. Again, no take backs though. I don't want to talk about the same thing that I talked about yesterday, but they go hand in hand, because when you fail at something, you only think about the what ifs. You think about, okay, maybe if I could have done this differently, and yeah, sure, I could have, you know, used more time, or no, I could have probably put more time into something, and I would have maybe succeeded, you know. But I only have myself to blame because I didn't do that. I didn't lock in. I didn't work hard for what I want. Why would I deserve it over somebody else? What, like, it's about what is fair. And again, like, I get this because I also have friends that are kind of like this, that they have a certain goal in life. And I think to myself, because I'm no different. I'm not judging them because I'm no different. Or at least I want to say, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I need more time in doing this to say that, okay, you know what, I changed. So I can't say I changed yet. I'm trying to change now. every day I'm actually doing more work than I have been in the past couple of months. Like just in this week alone, I've been doing more, and I plan to do more once I get more used, more accustomed to waking up early, recording a video. But I have been working more often. And again, that's not me flexing on you, because obviously, like, maybe you're struggling with the same thing of, you know, like, you feel like you can't lock in. Maybe you're struggling with that, but I'm just showing you that it is possible. You just need to believe in yourself, because it's another thing right here that I want to talk about at some point, and that is religion. And I'm not gonna be weird about it, but I'm not particularly a religious person, and I have my reasons for that. And again, that's a topic that I will talk about at some point. I don't know when, but it's one of those things that reminds me of, like, what Cat Williams said at one point in time, where he said that you have to. Ooh, what the hell? I have the child trapped. I'm gonna leave the child there. In fact, nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know. Kitty, those are my AirPods. Please, don't do that. Please don't throw them. They're not cheap. Those are not cheap. He said that if you don't believe in God, then you have nothing to believe in, and it sucks because I don't believe. And again, I have my reasons for that, and I know I don't want to get weird about this, because people get really weird about this as well when it comes to religion. But I wish that I kind of did, because when you only have yourself to believe in and you don't believe in yourself, life is really weird, and it's almost like you become bitter. Like, I feel like a lot of my envy, a lot of, like, my anger, a lot of the things that I have in my heart that are negative emotions, I attribute to bitterness. I feel like I am bitter. I am bitter in my heart because of, I let my past and my especially my failures. And there's another thing. Just let's go even deeper here. I know we're already 23 minutes in the recording. Well, at least for me, I'm gonna probably cut the intro a little bit, because I was struggling to record the intro, so that's like a good 3 minutes that I wasn't working. But because I have this ego, and I do have an ego. I don't know if you can clearly tell, but I have an ego, and it really hurts when you think you're something, but in reality you're not. You know what I mean? You think you are a certain kind of person. You can say you're a certain kind of person, but you're not that kind of person. Like, there's people that lie to themselves a lot, and I try not to be like that way. But I still do that. I think we all, in a weird way, lie to ourselves. And I mean more in the sense of, like, saying, like, oh no, I'm a calm person. Or, you know what? I actually don't take shit from anybody. Like, as in, like, I don't let people bother me or whatever. Like, or I don't let bad, like, comments get to me. Like, you can say that, but are you that way? And some people are not that way. Like, they say they are, but they're not really that. They're not really. Ooh, let's go. That's easy. But they're not really like that. So, and when it comes to times like that, where you say that you're a certain kind of way, or like influencers that try to portray themselves a certain kind of way, right? They're only really lying to themselves, right? I don't know where I was going with this, because I already forgot. But I actually I have no idea where I was going with this. Holy moly, I'm so cooked. This is not a great video. I'm sorry. It's gonna be like this, but I guess that's what happens when you make videos every single day. You're gonna miss the mark on some of them. But yeah, I don't know. I just need to face my failures and understand that, the best thing I can do is lock in for myself. No one is gonna do it for me. No one is gonna do it for you. No one's gonna come save you. No one's gonna give you handouts. Maybe you get lucky and you have family or whatever that could help you out. Like, in depending, like, if you want to do music and you have family in the music industry. I didn't know they did that. I didn't know they did that. What? I didn't know they did that. What? Oh, that's so cool. Hold on. That's so cool. I'm playing Minecraft more often. Um, that's so cool. All right, you chill here. You chill here. Um, but yeah, I need to understand that I can only blame myself for my failures, and even if some things were out of my control, because again, I felt that things that were out of my control, you know, you have to take responsibility. You can't be bitter. You can't say, "Oh, it's because of this. It's because of him. It's because of her. I'm like this." It's like, okay, whether that's true or not, that person is not gonna come and apologize to you, or that it's not like your circumstance is gonna change by acknowledging that you are a certain kind of way because of something or somebody else. You can only say, all right, I'm in this position. How do I get out of it? How do I put myself out of this position, right? Or if you want something in life and that you chase and maybe you failed, and I know it's about to be 30 minutes. I'm sorry. I really feel bad that I didn't really get to the point in this video, but you know, some people maybe give up before they even had the chance, and that's another thing. People give up rather sooner when it's just like, okay, well, maybe you needed more time. Sometimes your expectations are too high. Sometimes people believe that they need to get something in the first year, right? And maybe some people have done it, like saying like musicians that blow up in the same year that they begin, you know. But everybody is different. Some people it takes them years and years and years, you know. If you really love something, then don't give up. You know, don't give up because maybe you had it in you. You just needed more time, and that's important. You just needed more time. You know what I mean? And also, you got to put in the effort. You got to try. You know. So what if you failed? What if you failed once or twice or 3 times or 4 times? It doesn't matter how many times you failed, but you only lose the moment you decide to give up. So fuck it. I'm out here recording videos like an idiot to zero audience as of this moment, but that's fine because I will keep going. I will keep moving forward until I just can't anymore. Until I just can't, because I have to believe in myself. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. And maybe I'm gonna say this with some doubt in my mind. I know in the back of my mind I have this doubt, and it will remain there until I remove it out by saying positive affirmations every single day to myself. But I believe in myself. You know what I mean? And you should believe in yourself as well. And don't just have me say it, have you say it. Because if you have nothing to believe in, then you only have yourself. And your mind will control you if you have nothing but negative thoughts. So say to yourself, I can do this. I'm in this position. It's tough. It sucks. But I can do this. You know? I think that's a good way to improve and start, you know the steps, like the steps to success. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of trees here. I cleared them out, and I'm gonna start building my house. This is where that's gonna start. But I will be leaving that to the very next episode because I'm 30 minutes into this recording. I don't know how long the video is gonna be. Thank you again. If you've watched this chaotic mess of a video, I'd even call it a failure of a video, but if you watched this so far, I appreciate it. I thought it was gonna be a shorter video than the last 2 videos. It ended up being longer, so sometimes you expect something to be a certain kind of way and it doesn't end up being that way, but that's fine. You know what I mean? You face things head on and you try to keep a positive mindset. You face your failures. If you messed up at some point in time, then you move forward, believe in yourself, believe that you can do it. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's the beauty of failing in a way, that you can always pick yourself back up. Don't let it bring you down, and decide what you will be for the rest of your life. Because once you actually begin to regret it, by that point, it might be too late. So you take your L, but then you keep striving for a W the second after. Not years after, the second after you take your L. I lost, but I'm going to keep trying. That being said, thank you so much for joining. I thank you. Have a fantastic day.
This is the end.